What's up, guys? Doomwake here, and blink twice if you've seen this card on the channel before. Yes, it is some more Rottenmouth Viper. I know, I can't get my hands off this card, and this is standard. This is, we've played a little bit in Pioneer. I think, depending on when this goes out, there might be another standard video with it, but it just so happens that there is a lot of different shells that you can be playing with this card. And I just want to keep exploring it because I think the card is fantastic and I think it has a lot of potential. And remember, the number one thing about playing with Rottenmouth Viper, for those of you who haven't seen it all, I'll kind of put it up on the screen. The number one thing with playing with this card is find cheap permanents that make multiple squares or multiple game objects. And this color combination, in the standard format at least, this is the color combination that I found that has the highest density of 1 mana things that give you 2 squares. And what I mean by that is Case of the Filched Falcon gives you an enchantment and a clue. Spyglass Siren gives you a 1/1 and a map. Stormchaser's Talent gives you an enchantment and a 1/1, and Spiteful Hexmage gives you a creature and a roll token. So you have 16 cards that generate multiple game objects. You can imagine makes it a lot easier to cast Viper quickly and often. Now, the downside of putting a bunch of these 1-mana cards in your deck is your card quality is a little bit lower. These cards are individually not powerful cards, and they need a little bit of help. And this is kind of where this sort of artifact sub-theme comes into play. So you'll notice that both Spyglass Siren and Case of the Filched Falcon make an artifact. Artifacts happen to be good with Zoetic Glyph, very similar to what we did in Pioneer with Ensoul Artifact. We don't have Ensoul in Standard, but this is pretty close. And on top of that, another artifact that is very, very good at utilizing small bodies, because Siren and Talent both give you 1/1s, is Subterranean Schooner. Also happens to be an artifact for Zoetic Glyph. You see where all these synergies kind of interlock with each other. The other kind of sort of, I guess, payoff, as it were, for playing a bunch of bad 1-mana cards is Braids, where if you have an enchantment or an artifact, maybe a permanent that your opponent doesn't have access to, and it's a spare permanent, you can sacrifice your enchantment. Your opponent likely doesn't have one of those. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. You get to draw a card, they lose 2 life, and that can help you dig a little bit deeper to find the Viper that will eventually pay you off for having those permanents. The other sort of payoff slash top end card we have here is Cryptic Coat. It doesn't really synergize that well. I guess it technically makes 2 permanents, but you probably don't want to be sacrificing the coat that often for the Viper. But it is kind of funny, because if you hit a Viper off of Cryptic Coat, you can go pretty crazy with that. Past all of that stuff, we have some removal, a couple of cutdowns, a couple of go for the throats. Need to be, like, if you're playing a black deck, you need to be playing these 2 cards. And then one card that was actually a really, really sick suggestion by Twitch chat is Lavaspur Boots, where it's a cheap permanent, it's an artifact for a Zoetic Glyph, and if you have an extra mana or an extra permanent lying around the turn that you play Viper and you have a spare mana, you can just boots the Viper and give it haste. And Viper with haste is a lot better than Viper without haste, because when it enters the battlefield, you get the first counter, and then when it attacks, if it has haste, the turn that it attacks, you get the second counter, and then you basically get like 3 triggers worth of Viper if you have the Lavaspur Boots. So that was like a really, really good way to turbocharge everything. And I don't know exactly how many boots you should play, because the second one's not very good, but the first one is really good. Mana base, nothing too fancy, bunch of dual lands, couple of basics, and a couple of Mirrexes. These do make game objects, although it's expensive and likely doesn't come up that much with Viper. And then sideboard, cards you're probably used to, cutdowns, duresses, negates, lanterns, an additional coat for the grindy matchup, Deluge for Boros Convoke, that's the deck, and Sheoldred and Gix's Command for, again, the grindy matchups, control, all that stuff. Now, the question is, will my obsession with Viper ever end? What haven't we done yet? I think maybe we haven't done Orzhov. Anyways, that's maybe for another video. You guys are here for Dimir. So, with all of that said, I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. This is just classic Duck. Streamer loads up brand new deck and goes turn 1 Siren, turn 2 Subterranean Schooner. Classic. What's the new Black Sweeper? That's a bat. I think they trade. I hope they trade. The Black Season? You mean the card that costs 5 mana? You realize that by the time you get to 5 mana against Convoke, you're dead. Like, you can't have your sweeper against Convoke cost 5 mana. That's just not... You just can't do that. I mean... We didn't come here to not cast this card, right? Surely they won't have a Go for the Throat. Surely my opponent does not have Go for the Throat, right? It'd be nice if you didn't. I would appreciate that. Yeah, those cards just don't exist, though. You know? They just don't exist. My opponent said nice. That means they definitely have to Go for the Throat. They wouldn't complain unless they had it. Oh, I should have crewed the boat instead of attack with the... Yeah, shit, this was just better. Should have crewed the boat. You're right. Alright, no Go for the Throat. Combat. I guess I'm gonna kill the Augur. I don't really have to, but I probably should. I mean, if the stock Bats deck doesn't play Go for the Throat, this card's just gonna cook them then, right? Just gonna get absolutely cooked. Still haven't drawn a third land, by the way. That's a bat. That is definitely a bat. Bat spotted. What is the Viper cooking? Them. The Viper is cooking my opponent. Because they can't beat this card. That's the thing about Viper. If your opponent can't remove it, they die. Like, there's no beating this card. What is this? 4 damage to target attacking, blocking, or tapped creature. Oh, so 4 damage, by the way. 4 damage on my 6/6, huh? Should have played this instead, maybe. They're obviously never going to sack the Deep Cavern bat there. Alright, black-white bats, huh? White-black bats, huh? So what are they doing? Like, Darkstar Augur, Lifegain, Zoraline. Cutdown's pretty good against them, right? Tithing Blade kind of sucks. Because they just always sack the Ruin Lurker bat. Is Deluge good against them? Deluge kills Ruin Lurker, Deep Cavern, Zoraline. It basically kills everything but Darkstar Augur, right? Tithing Blade isn't bad. It's not that great a kit. Like, they just sack Ruin Lurker bad. I don't think I like Tithing Blade. I'm trying to figure out what I would want to cut, though. I could trim on some of the 1-drops. Could, like, shave on Stormchaser's talent. Let's do, like, 2 talents for 2 Deluge. See how that goes. Can reassess for Game 3, depending on how it goes. Thought it was Jock Olympics in my Magic game? No, they would never. Is that the next collab, by the way? Magic X Olympics? Alright, Shore Me. Shore Me. They have a cut down? Rude. Rude. I guess I should have played this, which could have played around cut down. Kind of never punished. Yeah, now we can play both. You wouldn't have a second cut down, would ya? Red. Brother! I mean, at least they're using Go for the Throat on my 1/1 and not my Viper. So I guess I'm happy with that. Now we can Viper next turn. Okay, maybe I don't want to Viper next turn. Now what? This is really awkward. I mean, it might just be discard Braids, hope to peel... I don't even know, like Siren or something. Siren or Spiteful Hexmage would be gas. Because then I can Viper and keep the creature in play. Alright, let's try. This is a bit of a gamble, but... Oh, well, that also works. I guess that works, huh? That'll do. I accept. You're discarding Viper. You sure about that? Lunar Convocation. So, if you gain life this turn... So this does nothing right now. Interesting. So now we can actually go Case, Viper, and keep the 5/4 in play, which is good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Your turn. God, this deck is sick. They got fucked by the auto tapper. Alright, they were dead anyways. Easy dubs. What more do you expect of Twitch chat? I expect people to vote and predict and gamble. They always see. This is the thing about Twitch chat. They always ask for gambles, but then when I do gambles, nobody ever gambles. You know. They always ask, but they never actually do it. It's probably not the hand they were expecting when they saw Darkslick Shores pass. Probably not what they thought was going to happen. Alright, we really need to find a land next turn. You know, now that I think about it, maybe I was... Okay, it didn't matter. I was going to say maybe I was supposed to let the bat resolve last turn, because it's better to go Blade into Glyph. Okay, there's the land. I guess we Glyph? This feels weird, but... Now if they kill it, we at least get another card out of it. You could Braids there, I guess. Alright, how the hell does Beastbinder work against Glyph? How the hell does that work? So, whenever it attacks, up to one target artifact, creature, or planeswalker an opponent controls loses all abilities until your next turn. If it's a creature, it also has base power and toughness 2/2. But this says enchanted artifact is a creature with base power and toughness 5/4. So I would assume that the Glyph always would stay over that, right? I think? But I'm not positive. I think that's how that would work, though. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm just going to attack and play Braids this turn. Is there ever a world where you sack the Glyph here to Braids? That sounds kind of bad, right? It's like animating a Blood Moon into a bear. Oh, sure, I see. Because it still retains the abilities. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, the whole idea of Viper is that you want to play cards that you don't mind sacrificing. Like here, I don't want to like, even if I could cast the Viper, but I don't want to, because I don't want to lose my 5/4. There's a world where you Glyph again. I mean, I guess, and then I get 2 triggers next turn if I sack the Schooner. Oh, no, you're saying Braids sack the Glyph. Actually, that's kind of nice, right? You go Braids sack the Glyph, and then I just have another Glyph next turn to, like, re-Glyph, basically. I actually kind of like that line. The other option is just, what, like, Spiteful Hexmage pass? I think I like Braids sack Glyph. Okay, well, this might get countered anyways. Looks like it's going to. What's that do? Counter target creature spell if the gift was promised instead counter target spell. I see. Okay, we're gonna find out, by the way. All right, well, chat was wrong. What if I glyph again, though? Sounds kind of pointless, right? Dude, I'm just gonna get destroyed by these Beastbinders again. Beastbinder also notably very good against Viper. Yeah, so I guess it's timestamps, right? It's no longer an artifact. No, it's still an artifact. Artifact creature, vehicle, golem. Okay, this is gonna look really weird, but just trust me, okay? Trust me, I'm a professional. You have to trust me on this one, okay, chat? Do you trust me? Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm not even gonna sack the schooner. I'm just gonna sack the roll token and the 2 glyphs. Oh shit, where's the roll? 1, 2, 3. Did I click on this? Okay, done. Auto pay. Tiger. And now I can crew. Wait. Okay, hold on. Wait, I'm so confused. So even though this, what the fuck? So the schooner, that was a good hit, 2 good hits, by the way. So the glyph died, but the schooner still didn't have abilities. Is that right? It affects the card. Yeah, I guess, right? Loses target creature, artifact, planeswalker, punishers, loses all abilities till next turn. Interesting. Okay, I didn't know that was going to work like that. But that was disgusting, by the way. Sack 2 glyphs, hit glyph, Cryptic Coat. Jesus Christ. That was a turn, by the way. Face down, Curtis Island. It's a good turn. Targets the artifact, I guess. Yeah, I guess it does. Okay, that's all fine. Yeah, that was a very, very good turn. That should be lethal, right? Oh, no, I guess they have the Reef. It's not lethal. Oh, no, it is, right? Because they only have 2 blockers. Because they block here, still take 5. Of the Tiger. That was a sick game. Never thought I would go sacrifice 2 Zoetic Glyphs to Rottenmouth Viper. That's another upside, though, right? Is like, if you need to in a pinch, you can sack Glyph and still get a spell off the Viper. It's like you're sacrificing something to the Viper, but you're getting something back, so it doesn't feel that bad. Against blue-black, probably want like 3rd Cryptic Coat. Anything else good against them? Well, I mean, it feels great when you hit the nuts, but like, what happens if you hit like a Spyglass Siren or a Stormchaser's Talon? It's not as good, you know. We obviously hit the 2 best possibles there. Yeah, it's still card neutral. It's not like... I'm not saying it's not card neutral. I'm just saying it's like, you'd rather just keep your 5/4 if you could, you know. Command could be okay, but it's not great against counter spells. Shelly's not... I don't like Shelly against blue-black. Duress could be interesting. Cutdown is really good against the 1/3. I think we can go out Blades, out Braids. Didn't rhyme on purpose, by the way. It just kind of happened. Blades and Braids. Its tap blade is really awkward against Bat, but it is what it is. So now they just take the cut down. I mean, I guess if they take cut down, we just get to go Hexmage plus Case. You know what? Honestly, they should maybe do is take Case. Because I can't go cut down plus Hexmage. Oh no, because then I just go cut down plus case, right? Yeah, never mind. Alright, well, I'm gonna do this. And then next turn we can go land, sack, enchantment, token this, play Viper, attack for 3. Oh god. My editor made me, oh my goodness. My editor made me a thing that we could use for the Doom Viper emote. Oh god, it's so perfect. I don't know if Vulcan's still here, but holy shit, it's like everything I've ever wanted in life. It's so good. I'll show it to you in a second, chat, don't worry. Would it be crazy to play Ornithopter in this deck? Well, yes, because Ornithopter is not standard legal. I did play Ornithopter in the Pioneer version, though. Very Mastermind. I have to show you this image, by the way, chat. Hold on. You're gonna love this. It's so good. Yeah, you would receive quite a few game losses. All right, chat. New emote acquired. You ready? Doom Viper. Okay. This is the worldwide reveal of Doom Viper. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Bang. Look at that. It's so perfect. Oh, it's so good. It's gorgeous. Look at that thing. That's so good. It's so good. He's a snake. Oh, he's a snake, all right. It's actually perfect. It's unreal how good it is. Just keep him on the battlefield. Just let him chill there for a little bit. All right, we can keep him there. We'll keep him on the battlefield. I'm just gonna kill them with this 3/2. All right, go. They know my hand. I was gonna say if they attack with Reef and we draw a land, we can crack back. Mirrex was a fantastic draw too. The Mirrex actually is going to be insane here if their hands all interaction. Well, that is maybe a problem. Not really, right? We just go kill, untap, hit for 7. And then if they get it back, they're just dead. This is kind of fine, right? They could have cut down, I guess, as their last card. Nope, no cut down. All right, animate. Just in case they have something to use the graveyard, I'll mill myself. Do they have enough mana to flip this and Reef? Even if they do, they still lose to go for the throat, though, right? Okay. No, they don't have enough mana. So if they use 3 for that, they only have 4 left over. Okay, so they drew a removal spell this turn. It's kind of annoying. Oh, okay. I mean, they could have at least made me animate the land. Like, if they have a removal spell left over, it's kind of risky for me to animate the land, right? I mean, I still probably would have, but... okay, keep this. Just imagine if we had Soul Artifact, too. Let it come and let it be. Sea Chrome Coast, huh? think you just gotta go Schooner here. And then if we rip a land, we can go Glyph here, Animate. Alright, show me the counterspell. Maybe Viper is the plan B. Sure, that's fair. But, like, you know. I think what is nice about this version is that it seems like the both plans complement each other nicely, and I think that's what I like so much about it. Am I okay missing my land drop for that? I kind of am, actually. It's just so good on this board. Is that I can use it to crew the Schooner. Okay, well. I think that works. Is the prediction already over? Yeah, it is. Alright, blue-white, huh? We have a Gandalf gamer. Removal, out. Negate, coat. Command, Shelly. No command. This looks good. Is there any reason to keep in Go for the Throat? I don't know, maybe, but... let's try like this. No, they took MH3 off of Arena. Which sucks. I love that format. I'm, like, not normally a drafter, but I was a really big fan of MH3. What do you go first here, Talon or Siren? Talon's more damage on 2 if I play Case. I guess we can go Talon first. So we go Case tap land here, I think. This might get countered. Maybe if this gets countered, I play Siren. And then try to Viper them on 3. But if they let this resolve, I don't want to get, you know, I don't want to get my entire life savings locked down. I mean, lockdown's going to be bad for me no matter what, but... can at least follow up with Coat. You know, they could also just not have the lockdown, right? You don't always have it. Touché. Now what, though? Basically, it's like, how much do you want to commit here? I don't really want to play Coat into a counterspell. Nor do I necessarily want to play Viper into a counterspell. It's kind of a tough one, right? This is not easy. Let's go to combat. So you know what's nice about playing Hexmage Tapland is I can Viper and pay for Normalize next turn. So I think I'd rather deploy the Tapland. But not the Spyglass Siren. Because that way, if they lock down us, then I have like a better ability to cast Viper post-lockdown. I mean, I guess that's pretty good, right? Next turn, Viper upgrade, Hexmage 2. So the nice thing about the Cursed Roll on the Otter token is it's essentially neutral. Like, it makes it base power and toughness 1-1, but the token's already a 1-1. It still has prowess. So this is just like a free roll, which is nice. Jeffrey Beza, huh? Jeffrey Beza. One, two, three, four, five, six. I mean, I guess we could just go Viper plus Code, right? We could also go Viper plus Braids. So what if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you play the Braids. Let me go Braids, sack the Clue. I think I like that. Hold the Coat. actually not that bad because we have the Siren to enable the second Viper. Okay, this is not that bad. They can triple block the Viper, though, which is kind of annoying. They can also just kill it. Yeah, sure. I got a fish. They gave me a token to sack for the second Viper. It's very nice of them. Why are you coping? What are we coping with? One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we go Siren, Viper, sack the token and the Spyglass Siren, and keep the map that we can sack to Braids. I mean, it does kind of just look like Joel, right? This is just Joel. It should have said gift a tap Joel. Killing Braids? That can't be good. Yeah, they have a lot of cards in hand. This looks pretty similar to my list, but I was running no Schooners. Schooners are probably the missing piece for more damage output. Yeah, so what were you not playing, or were you playing instead of Schooner? No Screwball guy. Well, if anything could do it, it's that. I think we go here, because this still pays for Normalize. We can also just cast Coat. I don't know what that card does. 4 mana instant. Choose one. Counter target spell or surveil 2, draw 2. So that's like their replacement for Deluge. Okay. Noted. Can we erase Jeffrey Beza? It's going to be tough, right? Kind of need to hit a spell off this. It's definitely not a spell. I mean, drawing Negate there is not bad. Just like maybe a small chance. It's big. I'm countering it. You might not like it, but I think countering that's good. Like, they're just on so low resources at this point. Kind of have to. For Gingerbread instead of Stormchaser's talent. I like talent a lot. Just being 2 permanents for Viper is huge. Like, the actual prowess on the creature is not super relevant, because you don't have a lot of non-creature spells. But just having 2 permanents for, like, additional 1-drops for Viper has been pretty good. I've never activated the talent, by the way. 4 mana to rebuy a spell is, like, that's rarely ever going to come up. But it certainly could, you know. Yeah, I don't think we have outs now. I do not think we have outs. It's certainly not Basic Island. Negating Deduce's Peak Dimir. I mean, I just kind of have to. They have no card. They had no cards left in hand, basically. Now that they've shown us Beza, I'm more interested in Gix's command. So I think we'll try the 1 command over 1 talent. Because command is pretty good against Beza. Haruka Amami. Ooh. Trips, by the way. Vipers full of glyphs. I'll pass. Brother, where are my lands? Hello? Deck, please. I mean, you keep this, right? Put back Case? No, I'm going to get greedy and keep Coat, because just Coat's my best card in the matchup. Like, I'm not going to win this game. Even if I put back Coat, I'm still not going to win this game unless I draw 2 lands, so I might as well just keep the Coat at that point. Well... we had a good run. We had a good run, chat. Alright, alright. God damn it, man. Alright, I guess I should have went to 5. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Brother, where are my lands? Thank you. You just have to ask nicely. And I'm gonna bottom a land, too. Hey, I'm on the draw, okay? I'm on the draw. Bottoming a land is fine when you're on the draw. Surely this is not blue-white again, right? When I have Tithing Blade cut down in my hand. Surely it wouldn't be back-to-back blue-white decks, right? The fuck is this shit? Is this shit? You had the Shuffler command that draws from the MTGA forum. I don't know how to do that. What do you think it will turn into the tier 1 decks in Standard? The best deck, or the deck that I've been the most impressed with so far, is probably the Domain deck. I think Domain is very good. Casting this just so I can glyph it next turn. Go. This is not... I'm not having a good time. Not having a good time. Oh, well, if you're asking for a deck tech, we do deck techs for 2 gifted subs, Fruit Kid. I get too many of them that, you know, you gotta understand there's... Can't just give those out like candy. But I will take a look if you want to. Kill Jace. Not that bad. Doing a little bit of cooking. Look, it's not technically blue-white, but it might as well be, right? How come no donor decks? They just the content just doesn't do that well, and I've decided that I want to at least take a break from them. I'm not saying they're going to be gone indefinitely, but at least for now, we're taking a break from them because the content just doesn't do that well, and it's kind of hard to justify keep doing them. Like I really enjoy doing them, and if they were better, like if they were more well received on platforms like YouTube and Twitch, I'd be more interested. But they just don't do that well, and that's the issue. Okay, good thing I cracked that first. But I do love doing dono decks. It's just people don't like watching them that much. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just me specifically. Maybe I suck. We need a new thing to cast at instant speed, but specifically 2 white. I don't know what that would be. Alright, let's jam. Jam. Instant speed, 2 white. Just because of what, Emperor? Like you want to replace Emperor? I mean, you could just play a different draw spell, right? There's like the 4 mana counter a spell or draw 2. That doesn't sound that bad. I know. They were a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. They were a lot of fun, but they just, again, the content is just not that well received. I think it's because a lot of my audience is just so, if it's not a tier 1 deck, they will never even consider touching it, you know? And maybe that's part of it. I don't know if it is, but I'm just like trying to think of reasons why that content did bad. Are you calling us sweaty tryhards? Yes. Ooh, they have their own Stormchaser's talent. I did not expect that. Huh. Interesting. Mirror match. Have I done a deep dive on the Eldrazi combo list, not just a league repeat? When you say deep dive, what do you mean by that? Define deep dive. Because I've dove in pretty deep. Maybe not on that specifically, but I have gone deep before. I am known to go deep. Yeah, I guess they're just otters, right? Oh, like more discussion stuff? No, on that specifically, no. I'm not on that deck. Alright, what are we doing here? I guess probably duressing them, right? You can go double duress Siren crew here. Okay, that is fine. They can still double block my otter, which is kind of annoying. Well... I was going to say how much do I care about Brotherhood's End, but it's going to kill the map and the schooner. So I guess I kind of do care about the Brotherhood's End, right? Yeah. Let me just go crew double attack. Let them double block. Ooh, that's a good one. I mean, and they have three steps ahead, but I can bait the counterspell with Glyph. Kill the prowess creature. Yeah, so we can go bait the counterspell with Glyph, fire up the schooner, slam, then Viper the next turn. That kind of works out. If you're looking for the most up-to-date list, RBN or anybody in chat for that matter, I would recommend checking out the Untapped extension. There should be an Untapped overlay, and that should have the most current deck list. Because I believe the Moxfield one does not have a sideboard, and we did build a sideboard after the fact. Oh, I guess if I was going to bait the counterspell, I should have played the Glyph pre-combat, right? Yeah, I just, was not thinking for some reason. I guess for some reason I thought they would, cast this in combat, but obviously they wouldn't do that. Yeah. I mean, no harm, no foul. It's nothing about this changed. It was the exact same outcome. I do not play One Piece TCG. Ooh. First level 2 Stormchaser's talent ever in the history of time. First in recorded history. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, I guess I should have kept the case, huh? Yeah, if I had kept the case, I could have went sack, case, clue, map, talent, and then animated schooner hit for 6. But now, I can't do that. I can crew the schooner and sack the siren. I'm not casting Braids. Also, if I Braids, I can't play the Viper. That doesn't make sense. I think I'm just going to sack the schooner. Because the schooner's going to die to the Brotherhood's End anyways, right? I mean, if this is what I'm doing, why don't I just sack the siren and the schooner, right? No, that's worse. No, I changed my mind. I'm going to keep the schooner around. The reason I'm keeping the schooner around is... I should attack first. The reason I want to keep the schooner around is when the Brotherhood's End, if they have second... in the scenario where they have the second Brotherhood's End, I would rather have Viper Schooner in play because that means they can't kill both if they have 2 ends. Does that make sense? I don't know. But this would have been a lot better if I had just kept the case, which I should have done. Thran Portal and Jeskai. What? Surveil 2, draw 2, huh? Sure about that? Sure about that one? Alright, they are in fact sure about that one. We're kind of cooking with this deck, huh? We could try that. We could try Boots over Blade. Yeah. Okay, let's see how that goes. I like that call. Are we okay with the numbers on removal spells? Like 3 cut 3, go for the throat, 2 cut down. I think I like the numbers on this stuff, like 3 Schooner, 2 Braids, 2 Coat. That's felt pretty good. These all make sense as 4 ofs. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Let's try this. I knew that card was good when I first saw it. I mean, just the combination of, like, cost reduction plus massive 6/6 that deals them a shit ton of damage. Like, it's a pretty good recipe, you know? Just a good card. Alright, we have located the boots. I repeat, we have secured the boots. Boots successfully secured. I think I'm just going to go double talent here, right? And they don't have a removal spell? They're not playing main deck lockdown, are they? Surely you wouldn't do that to me, Kish, would you? Come on, Kish. Alright, Vanity. So they're probably playing the white-black Viper deck. Ooh, they missed a land drop. Well, I also missed a land drop. Do we Viper this turn? No, I think we set up for Boots next turn. Because, like, they're so unlikely to just hold up 2 mana next turn. If they do, it's whatever, but that I'm fine with. You can have Spiteful Hexmage. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chat, we're doing it. I repeat, we are bootsing my snake. I do not mean to alarm you, ladies and gentlemen of the Twitch chat, but we are putting boots on snake, and it is absolutely glorious. And now it has wards. They can't even go for the throat it. Jesus. Alright, Nuzcrew Bald Guy, you deserve a VIP for suggesting boots. I had not thought about boots. It's kind of disgusting. They drew a tap land, so they can't go for the throat. Classic. Level 2, huh? That's your plan? Your plan is level 2? I could Siren Haste. 7, 8... Yeah, I guess. No, Siren Haste is bad if they have cut down, right? Well, if they respond and cut down, the boot stays on the Viper anyways. I mean, it doesn't matter, they're just dead, right? They go like, sack this, discard 2, go to 3. They just don't have any outs. Yeah, they do have their own Vipers. Is this Splinter Twin? Alright, I've been ashed. I have been ashed. I mean, I could map, but that if I map, I can't play the Schooner, so I think I'd rather just play the Schooner here. And have 2 lethal threats next turn. Oh, the Bandit's talent? Yeah, Bandit's talent's nice. This plays around go for the throat and cut down, so it might as well. If map found a land, you could have still cast the vehicle. Yeah, it's just a little risky if I miss on land is the problem, Big Steve. And I think, like, with them being so low on life, I'd rather just guarantee the ability to cast the Schooner that turn. It's close, for sure. It's definitely close. Alright, so they're on white-black Viper. If you miss on late, it's lethal. I guess you're right, yeah. There's no risk, right? Yeah, that's a good point. There's no downside. Either I hit land and cast the boat, or hit spell and they die. Yeah, that's a good point. There's literally no downside. You're right, you're right, you're right. Alright, let's bring in Zekot. What are we doing in the Viper mirror match? Yeah, I guess the one downside is draw Reef. But even then, it's still not that bad. I think I'm going to cut my cut downs. Like, generally, the small creatures that the Viper deck plays are not ones that you want to actively cast cut down against. Like, it's shit like this. And then I guess we bring in Command because it kills Viper. Doesn't really kill it in a way that you would want to, but... Well, yeah, that's the nice thing, too, about this matchup, is, like, you can just use your... Rather than cast your Viper, you can just use your extra permanents to sack to their Viper, so it's like... We generate enough artifacts that we can, we're not, like, that bad against their Vipers. But then it's less material to cast our own Vipers, so you have to find a good balance. Mana's kind of awkward this game. Maybe I'm supposed to go Talent into Schooner. Or actually, let's go Case into Schooner, and then on 3 we can go Talent Crew. I think that's better. This is also better if they have Tithing Blade. Okay. Well, good news. I don't need 2 of these tap lands. Which tap land is better to keep? It's a good question. It's kind of close, right? Yeah, I don't know. We're kind of far enough away from the reef. But that's close. Okay. Yeah, maybe we still stick to the plan, I think. So if they go Viper, we can go pay 4, go for the throat. I kind of think they're casting Viper this turn. Oh, really? Okay. I'm with you. Let's go here. Graveyard that. And cast... Yeah, I mean, it's not as good if they have Tithing Blade, but... Excuse me. The Passage. The Passage. Yeah, they did have the Tithing Blade. Kind of had that read, too. Maybe I should have played the Case. We saw Viper last game. They're playing the black-white deck that we played earlier, looks like. We have not found a payoff yet. Let's go digging, I guess. Do this now in case we draw a Scooter to cast. Okay, well, should have done that before playing my land, I guess. It was a small mistake. But yeah, it looks like they're just playing the same Orzhov list that we played earlier with, like, Blade, Nightmare, Pixie, that kind of stuff. That's a Viper. A Viper spotted. I don't need the Shores. Now you want to show up. I don't know if they have some kind of protection spell. I'll just do it now. We can go Mirrex, Crew, Schooner next turn, which is nice. strategically emptied my hand for the hostile investigator. 5-head. Honestly, I think this one Friday. I think this one's been the most impressive so far. Spiteful Hexmage, huh? Oh, this can also rebuy Go for the Throat, which is kind of cool. So, let's see. They're at 20. Okay, I think what I might do is go here. Crew. It's interesting because I think what I'm going to do, I have to kill this hostile investigator. So what I think what I might do is level the class now. You get back the Go for the Throat, and then next turn go Braids plus Go for the Throat. So let's keep this on top. I doubt they're trading here. Really? Okay, well if they trade, I'm just going to make a token with Mirrex. I'm kind of surprised they're trading. I think that trade is pretty good for me. Yeah, now I'm just going to pass. Yeah, so I could have put the token on the Mirrex, but I wanted to Stormchaser's talent that turn if they didn't block with the hostile investigator. Why not Mirrex and put Curse on token? I just said why. Because I was planning on using the activated ability of the case to get back the Go for the Throat in the graveyard. Okay. So now... I guess we don't really have a good attack into Zoraline. I mean, should I talent back the Go for the Throat this turn? Maybe. Could also go Braids, sack the Aura. Yeah, the problem is the longer I let them have Zoraline, the more stuff they can get back. I think we just have to do this. It doesn't feel great, but I think we have to do that. And then just pass. Block here, take 3. Well, they're not going to attack, but we'll take 3 this turn. Next turn we can go Throat the Zoraline, play Braids, sack the Aura. It is kind of cool that when we sack this, if they sack the Hopeless Nightmare, it gets exiled, which means they can't trigger the Hopeless Nightmare die ability. Because it has a finality counter on it. And the Go for the Throat also covers us if they drew another Viper, which is nice. Zoraline! That's a rat. And by rat, I mean bat. So they can Pixie the Nightmare. That resets the finality counter. That's kind of cool. Well, this is not good. Now I'm at 5. Okay. It's something, I guess. The problem is we're just too low. Like, I have to go for the Throat the Pixie just because I'm at 5 life. Kind of hate it, but it is what it is. I gotta say, things maybe not looking great. We might be in a little bit of danger, folks. I don't know if they have some kind of protection spell, like the Surge of Salvation is legal. I don't think they have that card in their deck, but like I'm gonna do it before combat anyways, right? Also, it's like less things they can sack to Viper if that matters. Like I know I'm gonna do it anyways, so might as well just do it main phase. I guess on the 2/2, like maybe I'm supposed to let them hit me with the 2/2 and go to 3. Wait, what? Why are they playing Lockdown in their deck? That is actually kind of something. Okay. They're playing Lockdown for the mirror. They could sack it to Braids. So if they sack it to Braids, what do they get back? They get back 1 Nightmare. I mean, if they sack it to Braids, I get more stuff back than them, right? Like, I know why they cast it, but I'm just going to Mirrex here, I think. That's weird. It's so bad. That's rough. Would have been really nice to keep that Gix's command. Now we're kind of dead. I'm in danger! You ever been at 1 before? How was I punished, by the way? If I rebuy my creature and they cast Hostile Investigator, I still lose the card in hand. Like, there's nothing that punishes me. It's the exact same thing. It's just unfortunate that this was the card they drew. But there's no difference whether I cast it or don't cast it. Oh, so you're just making shit up now? Okay, noted. I see how it is. No, we only had 1. The only creature in our graveyard was Braids. Alright. Game 3 we go. To game 3 we proceed. Still don't really think I want Cut Down. Duress is more interesting if they have Lockdown, but could maybe also play the Sheoldred over, like, 4th Hexmage, just as an additional, like, big threat. And it's just general, like, just to have a nice, like, fresh look and things like that. It does feel like Standard is the most balanced format right now, which is nice. Probably Graveyard that. Just want lands. What does Future Sight Rhinos means? I don't know what that means. Definitely just go Case Siren here. If I draw land, there's some consideration to play Glyph and not Viper. And actually, I probably will Glyph first. Just because, like, if I Viper and they just have Go for the Throat, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, we just slam Glyph here. I'm just going to Glyph them back-to-back turns, I think. Because they can't Go for the Throat the Glyph token. The Glyph kind of just cooks them. At least get something out of it. I've not seen that card before. Kind of forgot that was still a card. Crashing Footfalls in the Future Sight frame in the Mystery Booster. If you have a link, I'll take a look. I saw a bunch of Mystery Booster stuff over the weekend, but I did not see the Crashing Footfalls specifically. Liliana of the Veil. Okay. Interesting minus. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. Like, how much do I actually care about this Liliana? It's an interesting turn. Do we Glyph, do we Coat, or do we Viper? I mean, it's certainly the safest to just kill the Liliana. Yeah, I guess we'll just do that. This is definitely the safest line. It's like, maybe I don't care about the Liliana this turn, but next turn I might care about it. Alright, JD Phoenix, what do you got for me? Pick 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that a white border Sakura Tribe Elder? I can't with the white border Sakura Tribe Elder. Alright, chat, I'm going to show you an image, and I would like you to tell me what you think, okay? No, wrong image. There it is. What do you think? Future Sight frame Crashing Footfalls. Also, I have a question. And I don't know if people in chat know the answer to this. Question 1. Are these Mystery Booster cards, are they real cards? And question 2, can I play them in a tournament? Wait, we can play with these cards in paper? Oh, that changes everything. That changes everything. Oh my goodness. What do they do? Legions my thing. Oh, they killed the glyph. Okay. I have 4 cards in hand. I think I'm just gonna go Siren Schooner. I really still think they have another removal spell for Viper, so I'm just gonna slow roll it. This also flips both cases, which is kind of nice. White Border Days. Yeah, I didn't realize that these were legal in tournament play, but that's a game changer right there. That is a game changer. I'm assuming all the white border stuff is legal too, right? All the white border, all the future sight stuff. Okay, makes things a little awkward. Coat or Viper? Honestly, I think the Coat's better. This feels weird to like have the Viper in hand the whole game and just not cast it, but I think it's harder for them to answer the Coat. Let's offer the trade, I think. I'm kind of okay with the trade. I just want lands. I know the Braid's good, but I kind of just want lands. This is the Schooner song, by the way. Can start popping cases. We just have to hope that we have to fade them drawing exactly lockdown. That could be an issue. Not really, though, right? Just sack this. No, let's sack Clue. I think I'd rather have the maps because they're more mana efficient. So now we can go here. And then use the other map. Honestly, no. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to erase them. I can go sack map, take 4 block. Untap case the other map, but just have lethal. Mystery Booster Whiteout. What's this? Is Whiteout a real Magic card? Oh, Ben said it's from Ice Age. I didn't know that. Look at this one. White bordered, no image, Whiteout. That's funny. Wait, they drew Lockdown? Come on! Well, now we're dead. They just drew the Lockdown? God damn it. That's rough. Yeah, I mean, them drawing Lockdown was pretty tough. I think we would have won very easily if they didn't draw Lockdown, but... Good beats. Good beats. Or is like, I don't know, like basically I don't know what the drop rate is. Like how easy is it to open those cards? Oh, it's like this is the first time they've done something like that? Okay, so there's really no way to... Okay, gotcha. So there's basically no way to determine what the drop rate is, because this is the first time they've done it. 1 white border, 1 future sight frame per pack. You get 1 of each. So it's kind of like... It's similar to the list, kind of, in terms of how frequently it is you can open them, sort of. Mystery Booster 1 was a shit show with multiple variants of the box's print runs. Yeah, well, so they didn't actually do alternate borders in the first one, right? Of, like, previously existing cards. Yeah, every pack having 1 of each is kind of big. Alright, I will dump my hand. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll keep that. I don't plan on casting it next turn, but I guess I'll keep it. It's nice to not have to play against a deck that has white mana, because I don't have to worry about lockdown. This deck cooks. Okay. So they have access to 2 mana. Surely 2 mana is not enough for them to do anything relevant, right? Play a 1-3. 1-3 secured. Alright. How much do we have to sack? Wait, can I just kill them? Not quite, right? I can animate the case for 3 mana. I can go like animate case, crew, schooner. Alright, I think I found a line. Because I don't think I can kill them. Let's go crew here. And let's go 1, 2. I already kind of don't like what I did because I have to sack the case. Whatever, it's fine. Not sure if this is right, but this lets me attack with all 3 this turn. It's kind of why I'm doing this. Yeah, I wanted to save the blue case because it's just a lot more damage next turn, but I mean this is still pretty good. Okay. I mean, I don't know if they were necessarily dead. They could like discard 2 chump, but maybe they just don't have any outs at that point. Alright, so Lantern coming in for sure. Is anything else good against this green-black landfall deck? Like, Cut Down can help. Cut Down kills Analyst and Vinelasher. It doesn't hit Nissa, though, which is kind of a big miss. I think the matchup's too fast for Coats. Negate doesn't hit a lot, right? It doesn't hit Analyst or Lumra or Nissa. It does hit Pitiless Carnage, but I don't know if that's enough. Same thing with Duress, right? These cards just don't have... They're all like... They miss a bunch of stuff. So no matter what cards I play, they're going to miss something. I guess I'll just play 2 cut downs. Can't be that bad. Like, killing an Analyst before... If they go turn 2 Analyst, killing it's pretty important. And keeping Vinelasher off the table is important too. This Reef is kind of awkward, but still keeping. Okay, good thing I kept in the cut downs. Yeah, I guess I'm just curving out. Like, playing this is good if we draw the Viper, too. I don't love putting the counter on itself, because I can't even attack into the Vinelasher now, but it at least crews the Schooner, which is good. Sure. Okay, it's good for next turn, because that can crew the Schooner, which is nice. I like that we're not giving them targets for Demolition Fields. And honestly, I think I might continue to not give them targets for Demolition Fields. It looks really weird, but just like them putting lands into their graveyard makes their, Analyst and shit much better. So I think I can wait a little bit. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna keep slow rolling my non-basics, but I think I can do it for at least one more turn. Yeah, I have a list. I've been mostly just kind of tinkering with what Croaky's posted, or what Croaky's played, because he played that deck a little bit. It's been okay so far. Needs a little bit of work though. And like, if people start showing up with a bunch of dedicated graveyard hate, then it gets a lot worse. It's nice because it's nice now because not a lot of people play Soul Guide Lantern, but if more people start picking that up, then it gets a lot worse. Dinosaur spotted. What am I doing with my life? I don't have a good answer to that question. I'll take a draw step. Kind of wish I had not taken a draw step now. I mean, it's fine. It is what it is. I can sack the enchantment. Okay, that's something for Braids. I still have not given them a target for the demolition field. Bro, I'm not playing these lands. You know that I have a Shores, and I'm not playing it. You can't make me play it. What if I just missed my land drop this turn? No, I shouldn't do that. Alright, fine. I'll play it now. I'm going to play the Shores first, because I think they're 100% going to pop the thing anyways. I will sacrifice Clue, I think. And maybe they hold the field. Got him. Wait, do I have basics left? Okay, thank God. I thought I was out of basics for a second. Schwamp. Yeah, it is nice that we have mana for Go for the Throat now. I'm still not going to kill the Vine Lasher. Like, basically, I'm not going to kill this until they're going to kill me with it. Like, until the turn they go for Lumra. Like, if they cast Lumra right now, then I'll probably kill it. I don't know, maybe I would just kill the Vine Lasher instead of the Lumra. Or, kill the Lumra, rather. Because Lumra big. Lumra very, very big. Did, like, 9 damage. I think I dealt myself a little bit of damage now. I think there's no reason to cast it now. And they're at 15. Because I think this turn we kind of have to hold up Go for the Throat for the Vine Lasher. You know what? I think I'm just going to do this. I think the plan is Schooner hit for 5, sack case, and then hold up Go for the Throat. Because if they sacrifice all of their lands, if they go like Float Mana, Pitiless Carnage, play Lumra, I can just kill the Vine Lasher in response, and then I'm not dying, right? Okay, that's fine. That's a draw 5, by the way. That is a +5 cards. +5. Imagine they don't have the Lumra, though. Or the Analyst. I guess they could have either one. Oh, shit. That's a problem. I hadn't thought about that. So now, even if I kill one, I'm dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, not technically dead, right? I got a 1. Maybe was I supposed to kill the other Vine Lasher with the second one on the stack? Oh, they hit a land. Okay, we're dead. Yeah, I think maybe I could have survived for a turn if I had done that. I mean, it didn't really matter, because I don't think I had outs anyways, but maybe I should have done that. I saw that deck, Nuzcrew. When I played against that deck, the green dude looked pretty impressive. I think this is just Hexmage into Tapland, Hexmage into Viper. I think. Sideboard, Sword of Fortune Frontier for the green decks. What's the abilities on Sword of Fortune Frontier again? I always forget. Obviously, I know it's pro red, pro green, but what are the two hit triggers? Brother, I graveyarded you. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. Huh. Play additional land, Impulse, draw 2. It's kind of expensive, though, is the issue. I mean, it is an artifact, which is nice, because it's like, you can use it with the case and the glyph, but it is kind of expensive. Brother, what am I supposed to do here? We could go Boots plus Siren with the intention of hasting Viper next turn. I kind of like that. I was thinking about just casting Viper, but I think it's a lot better to do it this way. I guess it's like not great if they hold up Go for the Throat. That makes things awkward. Bro, fuck off. Get out of here with that shit. Alright, well, I'll do it again, alright? Oh no, yeah. Okay, we're good. I'll just do it again. How about that? I'll make 4 more permanents. You want to kill my shit? Not today, Victor. Not today, Victor. You can try again next time. Don't you dare kill the boots. Bro! Get out of here. Get out of my life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get out of my life. Still kind of fine, though. Victor, you and I cannot be friends, by the way. Victor and I are no longer friends. Alright, don't kill the Viper. Do not kill the Viper. They have no lands in their graveyard, by the way. That's fine. Also fine. Oh! That'll do. That will do, folks. Should probably lock it up. Even with the Carnage, right? I mean, they can go to 1. But we just can't die if we have Lantern in play. I don't think it matters. Analist. Just gonna sit back, relax, and watch the show. Pay 1 life, make a fish. +1 fish, by the way.